guys, it's Christine with Souls Rising, jumping on with some Oracle messages. This video is for the sign of Aquarius. If you have Aquarius as your sun, moon, or rising sign, then stick around. These are your messages. These are timeless, so they are good, past, present, or future. Whenever you find them, it is the right time for you to receive the message. And as always, with a collective message, apply it to your situation in the way that it makes the most sense to you. And if it doesn't resonate, then it's not your message. You know, take what resonates, leave the rest. You guys know the drill. So let's hop in. I'm going to get started. We will pull some Oracle cards first, and then I will get a little extra clarity from the tarot. All right, Aquarius. So I'm going to start with the first card and show you we have the owl. Okay, and then the second card is the dog. That is loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. And we have a card of joy. And the stag, pride and leadership. And it's sort of interesting. So I feel a little bit with this reading. So with the owl and the dog next to each other, I actually feel like these are two different energies. So I feel like the owl, Aquarius, is representing you and your current energy. This is first position card. For me, it's always current energy. But I feel like the owl specifically is representing you, Aquarius, and your energy. And the dog is actually somebody connected to you or close to you in a situation, whether that is home or workplace. And I'm getting this sense with the owl. I keep seeing, so this is a card of like wisdom or like seeing through BS or, seeing things clearly. The owl can see through the dark. But what I'm actually being pulled to with this card intuitively is this owl looks really perturbed. Like he looks like he's gotten his feathers really ruffled by something, and he actually looks a little annoyed to me. And I feel like that energy is being directed at the dog. So there may be somebody, Aquarius, in your life that has been maybe even feeling a little annoyed with them, or their energy has been kind of like ruffling your feathers a little bit. But ultimately, with the dog energy showing up, whoever this is actually loyal to you. They're actually a positive figure and probably more supportive of you than it might feel, or maybe it has felt, in the recent past. So there's a need, I feel, for you, Aquarius, to be sort of more patient or a little more compassionate, understanding with whoever this person is. And with the other two cards that have come out, with the joy and the stag is all about leadership. It's all about like stepping up, earning our stripes, being really sure-footed, feeling really confident. And I feel like these cards really are connected and go together for you. And I kind of get this sense of like needing to lead from a place of joy, or needing to infuse more of a feeling or a sense of joy in how you are leading your life or how you are leading others. Okay. So remember I was saying with this dog, I kind of feel like this person, it looks up to you, is loyal to you. I also feel like this may be somebody who is looking to you for some type of guidance or direction, or whom you maybe feel some type of responsibility for, where, but there's annoyance with that. Okay. So whatever it is that you feel like you have to hold or be in charge of, or like take care of or tend to with relation to this other individual or individuals, it could be more than one person here, especially if you're like a manager overseeing like a team of people or something along those lines, that you might sometimes get flustered or get like frustrated easily, or have been finding this to be sort of the energy you've been feeling in recently. And you're being asked to come a little bit more into a state of joy, but also it's almost like you're not actually seeing, I was talking about the owl seeing through things clear. I think you guys aren't actually seeing, like you're almost missing that this person or these people really have good intentions. Okay. So they may be doing things that are sort of creating work for you, or creating some annoyance in some way or irritation for you, but they're actually really loyal to you and really want to do a good job, and really are, this is energy that you can work with. Okay. Even if it is causing you some type of disturbance. but you're gonna have to sort of let go of the annoyance or some of that like resistant energy that you might be getting tangled up in, and step a little bit more into a space of focusing on joy or focusing on what's going right with the current situation or with the path that you're on, so that you can really sort of move forward in a sense of pride and accomplishment and feeling more sure of yourself and sure of where things are going. Because I feel like these people or this person that's represented by the dog is actually here to support you with something that you're trying to do. Okay, somewhere that you're trying to go or get to. And I do feel like a sense of Aquarius that you're actually kind of the one in charge of this or driving the train with whatever this is. It could even be like a project or a trip or something like that if it's not like family or work. It just feels like you need to, I'm hearing, let down your guard a little bit more too. Like, so you may also need to kind of like let these people support you, let them be there for you, let them you know, be in a little bit more on the planning here with whatever's going on. Include them, don't exclude them. So let's pull some tarot cards. I want to kind of dig into this a little bit deeper for you, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, so we have the Nine of Earth, which is like the Nine of Coins in traditional tarot. It's sort of a card of like having our wishes granted. It can also be like the fruits of our labor. And then we have that followed by the Eight of Air or the Eight of Swords, which is interference. And again, this is the energy I was picking up with the owl. It's interesting. It's right under the owl and they're both bird energies, right? But look how this, I said I felt like the feathers were ruffled. But look at the feathers on this guy, right? So this is similar energy. Eight of Air, interference. And then we have the Son of Air, which is like the Knight of Swords, followed by the Ace of Water, which is Ace of Cups, and the Six of Fire, which is Six of Wands, victory. So I want to talk first about the first two cards that came out. So we have like, actually they kind of look like this. So we have this like Nine of Pentacles and this Eight of Swords, and I really feel with this a sense of like, you are feeling a little protective of something that you have built or invested in. So I feel like this, Aquarius, is something like your piece of the pie. They're saying piece of the pie, okay? This is like whatever it is, the project, the thing that you are working on, trying to create for yourself or manifest for yourself right now, or maybe something you already have put a lot into, invested a lot of time or effort into, and you're kind of feeling a little protective of it. It's like, well, I have all this and like, I don't want anyone to mess it up. It's like, I don't want anybody to disturb what I've been building or what I have grown and created for myself. And maybe you're feeling like you need to protect it right now with this energy. And I do feel like the Son of Air is coming out right under the dog, okay? And the Son of Air is a fast-moving energy. So you might be kind of looking at this other person in the situation and feeling like they're putting, it's almost like you might feel a little pressured or feel like they're moving too fast or too quick with something, or they're just not taking it serious. I get like a sense of frivolity with this card, or like somebody who's being playful and not maybe serious, and you might feel like, come on now, like you need to take this more seriously. This is important to me. This matters to me. And this person's just kind of maybe flying by the cuff of their pants here and not. I kind of like not maybe listening to you or sort of tuning you out a little bit with this energy too. And because it is Son of Air, some of you might feel like this person's rushing a job or trying to do something too quickly and not maybe really taking their time and doing something right. All right. And I do feel like there's a sense of that feeling like disturbing your peace in some way. And then under joy, we have Ace of Water, which is totally fitting, right? That Ace of Cups energy here. I do feel with this that like whatever the situation is, especially with this Six of Fire, which is like the victory card coming out, whatever the situation is, it's like you kind of need to lighten up a little, Aquarius, because even though this person might have their own way of doing things that isn't kind of like, you might kind of want to control it, or you might kind of feel like it's not going the way you want it to go, it's actually going to a good place where you're going to ultimately get what you're looking to get out of the situation here. And what is that? Well, that's fulfillment. And I'm being drawn to the fact that there's multiple streams that flow out of this cup. So there's this one stream feeding it, and then it flows actually into multiple other streams. I feel that with this card coming out like this is everyone in the situation getting their needs met. So you're not going to be left out or left behind with whatever's going on here. It's like, it's going to all work out. It's all going to flow. And ultimately it flows to everyone involved in the situation. Like everybody's a winner. Everybody wins. And that's what the 6 of Victory is here. It's like we have successfully created what it was that we were trying to create. And now we can see that. All right. We can see it. And also there's an energy with this I'm hearing from Spirit as I'm talking. This is also about being seen for our achievements. So there could be some Aquariuses watching this who you're almost worried, like, I built something good and somebody else is going to mess it up. And then like other people aren't going to see this good, all my good work. They're not going to see what I contributed or what I did here. And that may be like important to you, or maybe you're in charge of it and you're worried you're going to be, criticized, harshly if it doesn't go well. And I'm actually being told that's really not what's going to happen. That in fact, you're going to be seen and valued for your good leadership in this situation, for your strength and really being a strong leader. But you need to lighten up a little bit here with whatever's going on and see that these people that you're working with are not really here to sabotage your efforts, that they're actually an asset and that they can support you in the process. So it may be a matter of you shifting that perspective so that you can actually lead them better, but lead them from a place of understanding and compassion rather than maybe demanding or feeling short-tempered, because I think that energy is probably getting in your way with this. Let me pull like 2 more cards for my Aquariuses to see what is going to help you to move out of this energy. Spirit, what is going to help my Aquariuses to move out of that sort of space of irritation and into this place of joy and victory? Perfect. So we got the Spirit Guide card coming out and the Mother of Fire. Let me just see real quick what this Spirit Guide card is, because I'm not sure what this is in the traditional tarot. It's actually the Justice card, Revelation, Spiritual Assistance, Psychic Experiences, Messenger from Another Dimension, a Release. Justice also talks about harmony and balance, things coming into balance or coming into more of a state of peace and balance. But here's what I'm actually getting for you. So the question I asked was, how does Aquarius get out of this energy so that they can sort of lead this team or help kind of steer things into this direction where we step into a really good place of leading from a place of joy and compassion and really everything working out. And what I got was Spirit Guide and then the Mother of Fire. And what I'm picking up with both of these cards is I feel like you have to see yourself more as a nurturing figure with these other people or this other person. Okay? So rather than taking more of an authoritarian approach with this person or these people to try to get the job done or to sort of keep them on task, whatever you might be trying to like do, it's like you actually need to see yourself more as the guide. Okay? That your job is more to lead from a higher place or taking the higher road, taking a higher perspective so that you can guide them in the right direction. It's almost like you're being challenged a little around leadership or learning how to step more into leading people. Well, what makes the difference between a boss and a leader? Well, bosses are authoritarian, right? They tell people what to do. You should do this, knock this off. This is how you want, this is wrong, this is right, right? It's a little black or white. Leaders inspire people. People want to work for a leader. They feel empowered. They feel inspired, excited to help and to support somebody who holds that leader energy. You're being pushed right now, Aquarius, to step more into that space in how you're dealing with or corralling these people or this person. Like I said, it could be a group or it could just be one person. But it's like you need to see yourself more as a loving guide, that you have the full picture. Like, look what the eagle here on her head. You can see what they cannot. Okay, so you're in a really good position to actually lead these people towards something better, or to help them to grow in some way, or to really, channel their energies, which might be running amok a bit, in a better direction. But you need to do it from a state of love and compassion and more joy. So have a little more fun. Like, it's like lighten up, Aquarius. But see yourself as like the good mother who's tending the fire, right? Stoking the flames, helping empower these individuals, helping get them excited about what they're doing, helping channel their energy into the right direction by supporting them, nurturing them, helping them to grow, giving positive, constructive feedback where it's needed, where it's going to be most effective and helpful, rather than coming from more of an authoritarian place of like, punishment or chastising or anger, irritation, which is probably going to run counter. And I do get, with the dog here, a strong sense that you do have to see these people. It's like you're feeling a little defensive or protective, and that's actually cutting you off from using these people effectively as a source of support. And so you have to drop the guard a little, Aquarius, so that you can change that perspective, that mindset, so you can see this person or these people as your friends, as somebody or people who want to help you with what you're doing, not take it away from you. And I really do get that energy with this. I feel like these are people who actually are loyal, who really would support you, but you have to learn how to maybe utilize them effectively, or how to engage with that energy more, so that you can drop that guard and make some traction or some progress. But once you do, if you approach it more from this leadership perspective of, being the guide and the loving mother, you can actually move into a place where everybody has much more fulfillment with this situation and gets what they want, gets their needs fully met. The Ace of Cups is a full cup. Everybody's cup is full, overflowing even. We all receive what we need from the situation, circumstance as a result of you doing that. And that leads to victory. And not only victory for whatever the project is or whatever this thing is that you're trying to achieve or do together with these people or person, but also I feel for you, Aquarius, this is also about you, a victory of you earning your stripes, stepping up into this like stronger power. It's like, how do I hold my power? Power can be misused or abused, but it can also be used really effectively to create positive change. And I feel like, Aquarius, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. And you're the right person for the job. You are the person to do this. You have that ability to see the whole picture, or to have that higher perspective. You're the right person to do it. You just have to see it for yourself. And when you do, then you can really engage those leadership abilities differently and in a way that makes the whole thing run better, that makes everything go in the right direction. And then you are going to stand out. You're going to stand out as a leader, and you're going to be seen and valued and honored, maybe by superiors or other people that you want to impress. But I also feel like by those who have been there supporting you all along and really wanting to see you succeed. So shift that perspective, see that these are people who actually are loyal and can help you and support you in the journey, and drop some of the defensive, sort of irritable kind of energy by shifting into that state of more like compassion and goal focus, solutions focus, and becoming a little bit more nurturing in your approach, because you're going to get more bees with honey with whatever this is. Aquarius, these are your messages. Take care, guys. Bye.